Sandy, here is welcome to your reading for today. And we have several visual slides to help us pull in your intention. So this is the beautiful slide that really tells what the reading is. It's our soul path reading.
It's a beautiful slide, Kathy, and I'm kind of very excited about it because even though I have studied a lot of spiritual, metaphysical information, this, aside from the DMT, astrology has not been something that I was really felt called to do. I'm excited to hear what revelations it may show me.
All right, so this is our second slide. And we pulled three journey cards for each of the questions. Let's look at the first one. It is the 8, Sandy. And it's our intention. Let's state our intention to begin with. Mastering overall conditioning of my physical body in duality and live in my ascended crystalline experience. So that 8 begins your reading because the 8 is opening up abundance. It's that 8 with on the awakening level just really sets that stage to where you are allowing the new to come in with a different. Well, it feels like, as you can look at this 8 and see that line, it's like you're moving into allowing the 8, which is magic, to come into your life. You're stopping, you're listening, and you're moving in to the magic. And then our second card is that 18-9. And the 9 is all about, it's an ending. And what I'm feeling is it's ending the duality. So that's what's up for you, is that duality is see the duality in the big vase with the frosted. But what's coming in, Sandy, is that new frequency. It's coming in. It's small right now, but it's moving. It's already created a new experience, and it's moving into the matrix master. So that's where you're at. So you've got the 8, which is new magic coming in, and then you have the 18, which is the 9, which is the matrix master moving right in to the 32, which the 32 is the master level of the 5. And instead of allowing everything to stay in the matrix and eventually get there, you're moving right through that portal of the 5 into the higher level. So your intention, mastering overall conditioning of my physical body in duality and living in my crystalline ascended experience. The cards are supporting you with that. The 8, the 18, and the 32. And now let's move to the second question. This is your question. How do I master all programming of food and live from the frequency of the purity of 963? Well, we start with that 24. And if you look at that 24, it's bringing all the colors of the rainbow in. And that 2 and that 4 is, if you can see right on this card, if you look at the card, if you look, okay, I'm going to hold it up. And if you look at this white on this card, see where the white begins and it's starting to bring particles in? It's particles of possibility. So the 24 is mastering the programming because the 24 is a master level and it's a 6. And it is really connecting to the soul family, which is your just the frequency. You're following your divine essence. That 24 is asking you to connect to the divine and the purity of 963, because that's where it's going. And then our second card is the 13. And the 13 is in an upward spiral. And it's, look at that, it's bringing in a higher frequency with the 4, where it's bringing in a new structure. And so look at how the book ends. You've got the 24, which is the 6 at the master level. And then bookending the 4, which is the new structure, you have the 6, which is the awakening level. You are the frequency of 963. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is connect to your self-esteem. And that's what those 3 cards are saying. Now we're going to bring up your original DMT frequency map that's based on your blueprint, your master blueprint.
Which is my birthday.
Based on your birthday. And so here is your frequency map based on your birthday, your time of birth, your month, your year. And so so I'm going to just read the 6 levels of cell ascension, and then I have put together a summary which shows how each one of these are working. So the first card is the 4, and the 4 is structure, new structure, and it's a new structure of really grounding in to that new place where instead of reacting, you're responding at a level of your epigenetic awakening. All of the particles are falling away that do not support, and it's bringing in that 4, which is your divine structure. And then we move down to the 11. This is your second code. And the 11 is mastermind. And what it's asking of you is to connect to source intelligence, because because you've connected to the structure with the epigenetic awakening, with and now we're moving down into the
Environmental.
environmental, and it's the 11. And so your environmental is no time, no space, no timelines. And that's your second card. Then what you have with your mental reprogramming is the 3. And the 3 is creative expression at a very, it's at a master level. And it's what the master level wants you to see. It's what the divine wants you to see. And it's moving out of the mind and moving into the heart space. This is the position with the 3. It's creative expression. And then our next code, which is your avatar, and it is
That's my cell. No, this is the cell ascension, right?
this is the cell ascension. So you have the mind. Now we're moving into the 9, which is your 4th code, which is your DNA activation. And the 9 is all about, you're in a place of, you're at that 9, which is matrix master. And it's very apropos, Sandy, that you have it within your original blueprint reading, because that 9 is mastering anything that you need to master. And it's especially mastering this food looping. And that's what's doing with and then our next code, which is your 1, which is the connecting to the body.
Isn't
And,
my one my avatar now?
no, the one is your body point and your body point, and then the light language.
And what is that for one?
Just a minute. Just a second.
I always thought that that position was your avatar.
Nope, that the fourth position is your avatar. So this is your frequency map, and it really tells a beautiful story. Your frequency maps tells a beautiful story. You are transforming old habits into wisdom. It starts with the alchemist, the fourth. Becoming aware of the thoughts that create your choices, mastermind, and intentionally building a new foundation one day at a time, which is the three, which is the architect. As you step beyond old programming, the matrix master, which is the nine, you give yourself permission to create new possibilities, the innovator, while listening to the quiet wisdom of your own body and soul, the messenger. This isn't simply about changing your relationship with food, Sandy. It's about remembering that every conscious choice is an act of self love. The more you honor your inner wisdom, the more your creative expression naturally comes online, just as you set in your intention.
That's pretty wonderful.
Isn't that just how Oscar put it together with each one of the codes?
That's brilliant.
So this is your summary. And now the one thing I want to do is I want to find out what the body point is. Let me that's the last thing we'll do is find out what the body point is. Getting my master chart out. And it would be the one. The one is going to bring in the light language is whoosh,
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 whoosh.
whoosh. And it also is the pioneer, the it is one is the innovator. That's what it
Yes,
one is the innovator.
it is the innovator. And let's see if I can find what I'm trying to do is find the body point
For one.
or the one. Because that's going to be what puts you back in.
The body point of the one, I think I have the one. No,
You
that's
need the body point, and I didn't have that information.
fascia at solar plexus.
So whenever you want to
Foot
remember,
meridian between the big toe and the second toe, gateway for clearing density and restoring flow. It's the solar plexus plus the foot meridian point.
okay,
And I had that the light, you know what I'm looking at too. I'm
one is whoosh, and it's like whoosh, whoosh,
I'm wrong. Okay. All right.
whoosh
So the body point,
is
it,
your solar
the sole
plexus.
of the foot. No, the body point is the sole of the foot just beneath the ball. And the light language is whoosh. I'm
So
rubbing
you're
the sole
connecting
of
to
my
the sole
foot.
of your foot, and then the whoosh with the one.
Whoosh. Whoosh.
Because the first code that we connected to, Sandy, was the alchemist, and that was your epigenetic epigenetic awakening. Your second code was the 11, which is the mastermind. The third was the 3, which is the architect. The 4, which is your avatar, it's your DMT activation, was the 9. Then the body point was the 1, and that was the innovator. So that was the whoosh and the ball of the foot. And then our 6th code, which is the is the 7, which is your messenger.
Which makes an awful lot of sense. Because we know that we've been the messenger.
I mean, you've known that forever. And so this is on your master blueprint. This is the one you were born with, and this is the one we're connecting to. These are the numbers that came in. And if we look at that, summary, you can really see how beautiful that summary that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be wonderful to get a copy of that.
You will. I'll give you a copy of this. But Oscar really put this in a way, and it followed it right around the wheel. And what it came out is the wisdom of your own body and soul, the messenger. And so I think it's very important. This isn't simply about changing your relationship with food. It's about remembering that every conscious choice is an act of self-love. And so, in order to move into this master blueprint that is you, the more you honor your inner wisdom, the more your creative expression naturally comes online, just as you set in your intention. And look at the path right next to it. It's taking you right into the light.
DMT code pulled essentially the DMT avatar. DMT code 6 pulled cell ascension through the DMT avatar. I get very confused about which one is. So
Your
4,
avatar is number 4. It's
okay.
actually the activation of 4, which is your avatar. And then when you come into the 7,
Well, see, when it says the DQ process for DMT session using the
Sandy, I'm going to hold up your DMT cards one at a time, and I'm going to have you just bring them into the pineal gland. And as you're bringing them into the pineal gland, I'd like you to just watch each one move onto each other and create a spin where it's going to create a level of consciousness where it's a sequence. Our first code
four.
is the 4. Just allow it to move into your
So,
pineal gland.
Jackie, you took all my earth, all my birth date, and it gave you my whole evolution map.
It did.
Okay.
So connect to the 4. Bring in the 11. Next code is the 3. Allow it to just build on top of each other because we're creating a frequency map. Connect to the 3. Next code is the 9. the 1. And our last code, which is your new avatar, is the 7. Sandy, this was your soul blueprint. So this is a mini soul path reading. A soul path reading is an hour long, and we really dive deep into the different aspects of your sun, moon, and ascendant sign.
Sun
So
was Cancer, my moon was Capricorn, my rising sign was Libra.
and look at how it fit with your DMT frequency map when we ran the map.
Right. And I'm thinking about, my intention and my question.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's about coming into that 100% quantum quantum potential. That's what you were basically asking. And then the question was, how do you move past the looping cycle of the food? Remember who you are. Remember and take those little steps like stopping before you take a bite. Stop and close your eyes for a minute. It's really, really making that choice
It
to
really is.
stay in source frequency.
Because so much of the automatics